this is your next door neighbor. How many animals were in the ark, and how could Noah's ark fit all these species we have today? This is a question or argument that evolutionists use to refute the validity of the Bible and the flood, but here are a few factors to consider. Consider the size of Noah's ark, the animals that were in the ark, and the variety of species we have today. What was the size of the ark? The Bible says it was 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits tall. A cubit is from the middle of your fingertip to your elbow. Consider that the people were bigger and taller then. So how do you figure out 300 cubits long? Right now, scientists and researchers calculate that the length was about a football field and a half long. How tall is 30 cubits in height? Current calculations will estimate that it was about 51 feet or 3 giraffes tall. And how wide was the ark? It was 50 cubits wide, about 85 feet, or about 2 school buses wide. In volume, you could fit 483 to 500 semi-trailers in a cargo boat that size. Get the picture? Now let's address the animals. Please remember that there were 7 of each clean animal and 2 of unclean animals. If we have 8 million species today, that would have been about 16 million animals in the ark. Side note, this was before Israel, before Moses and all of the rules. So remember, there's clean and unclean animals prior to God writing the 10 Commandments on stone and giving them to Moses and the covenant between the Israelites. Okay, let me get back on track. The purpose of having 2 of each is for procreation. So if you put dinosaurs in the ark, you're not going to put the tallest or the oldest ones, but you're going to put the babies. Also consider that of the 8 million species that we have today, millions of them are water creatures, so they weren't in the ark. Also, God took the kinds, not species. The classification of living organisms are kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, order, family, genus, and species. God took the family classification, not species. For example, there are about 400 species of dog, and majority of them were found to have been created in the last 500 years through natural and artificial selection. And the more you crossbreed, the weaker the species become. Chihuahuas were not in the ark. Considering artificial and natural selection, you can trace back all animals to their original species, and you will come up with about less than 1,000 animals that could have been in the ark. This explains and refutes the misrepresentations that evolutionists say to us about Noah's Ark. So now you have a more practical and sensible idea of the ark and how all the animals fit. Evolution is a lie and the Bible is true. Read it.